Hey friends, welcome to art class with me, Mr. Blakely. Hello. So, today we are doing the thing that you see on your screen right there. We are going to be starting a pop art unit. And one thing that they did a lot in pop art was they would take products and they would make them into art pieces. So, like for example, Andy Warhol with his paintings of boxes of soap and cans of soup. He would, enlarge them. He would draw them larger. He would paint them or screen print them, which is a printmaking process. We're not going to be I can't speak today. We're not going to be screen printing, but we are going to be taking candy, different candy wrappers. We're going to be focusing in on a small area, and we're going to be reproducing them or drawing them and coloring them. So you see mine on the screen there, and hopefully you were pretty quickly able to tell what these two things were, even though you don't see the full, like word or like you see something and it's familiar to you and you're able to identify it. So that is part of it, and that's part of the reason that we're using candy to do this, is that we're taking something familiar and we're just taking a part of it and we're reproducing that and sort of mixing it together. So what you're going to need for this lesson is you're going to need either 2 candy wrappers. If you want to tell your parents that Mr. Blakely said you had to get candy for this assignment, I am okay with that. Or if you're running low on time, you can just look at pictures of candy from the internet. So you're going to take those, you're going to find a small area, like as you can see here. The one on the left is really just like a 1 by 2 inch rectangle from the front of that wrapper. And you're going to reproduce that as faithfully as you can. So I'm going to go, this next part is just going to be me drawing these and sort of talking about going through the process. I don't expect you to draw these exact ones. If these are 2 candies that you really like, you certainly can draw these 2 wrappers, but maybe don't draw exactly what I drew. Like maybe instead think about, finding a small area and reproducing that as much as you can. So grab your pencil and paper and some colors, and yeah, I'm going to start drawing these. All right, here we go, friends. So, just want to reiterate, like you don't have to draw along with me. I'm just going to kind of give you an idea of what this looks like as you're doing it. I don't expect you to do the same stuff I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I literally have in front of me right over here a couple of candy bar wrappers. It's just as easy to look them up online if you don't have them, but the idea is to kind of zero in on an area and put it up. So I'm just looking here. I'm going to start sort of down here at the bottom. And I am doing Reese's. And what I'm doing as I'm looking at this is I am just trying to focus in on a very small area and make it look big, but just be as accurate as possible. So then we're going to do the middle of the R here, which is basically just an upside down teardrop. And then probably start right in the middle here. And around the middle of this yellow R, there is a border. Go like that. Do the same thing down here. If it helps, you can literally like cut a piece out, like just cut out a square, so that you kind of have a good idea of like where to stop and where to whatever. All right, so I'm going to move on to the E now. So I'll start back on this line. And do the same thing here. Extend it downward. And back to the same spot. Do the inside of that part of the E. and the inside of here. And now come up here and just go like that. Come down here and go like that. All right, so that's most of it right there. And then I just did a little thing. I wanted to include part of this at the bottom, which is like a little bit of a representation of that peanut butter cup. Oops, that didn't quite line up there. But all right, so that's the first part. Now let's see about, again, you want to do, more than one together, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to maybe grab, I think I'm going to do this part. Okay. So let me start it. This one, I'm going to start it more like up here. So we'll go like that. And that's part of the L from the Skittles, which is the other one I'm doing here. And then go up and around. Back down. And the E is, the little middle part of the E on mine is just like kind of offset. All right, now start here. We're going to go up. I'm going to up and over. And see it come there to almost touch. And what I'm doing here, I just have you guys can't see it, but I just have the wrapper right down here, right next to where I'm drawing, and I'm trying to make it as accurate as possible. There's some sort of rainbow stuff going on here. Oh, before I do that, I should probably draw some of the actual Skittles themselves. All right, and then part of this really is like, just finding details that are going to add to what you're doing. So right, there's like a little kind of a rainbow thing on the Snickers package that I'm kind of adding in here. But you want to kind of find that area and do it in as much detail as you can. Now from this step, I'm going to go in and add some color. And part of what you're looking for with this, I'll say it again, is that you want to find a small enough area that you're not just doing the package, right? You want to find a small area, maybe part of the name of it, or like a really a part of the packaging that you want it to be recognizable. When this pops up on the screen, like maybe at the beginning, you guys, as soon as you saw this, you went, oh, the left-hand side is Reese's peanut butter cups, and the right-hand side is Skittles. Like, you want enough of it that it's recognizable, but you don't want to just totally recreate the thing, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys turn into me. And let's see, today is the 11th, so I think the 19th is when this is due. Getting right down to the end here, folks. All right. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do. We'll see you next time.